Yesterday, we went through the first part of Paul and Barnabas preaching, proclaiming at Iconium. And you ran into the leaders of the synagogue, basically trying to turn people against them, poisoning people's minds, literally turning them to evil. That's the literal Greek word that's there. And now it goes on, and they don't stop. They're still bold to proclaim. Now you come to the physical persecution that starts to happen, starting at verse 4 here. Today, Acts 14, 4 through 7. But the people of the city divided. Some sided with the Jews and some with the apostles. And the Jews, the Jewish leaders of the synagogue. Remember, you had believing Jews there as well. So we're talking the leaders that were there. And people were divided. The Jewish leaders, the apostles, and you had on both sides going forward. Note the word apostle here. Most often, the word apostle is specific of the office of apostleship. So you would think the 12. You would think Paul is also in that category. But here, Barnabas is included. So this is using the word in a broader sense than just the narrow office. Apostle, apo, from, stello, sent from. So here they are, sent from the Lord. So talking with the words that are here, and some believe those sent from the Lord that was bringing the word. And so what happens? Verse 5. When an attempt was made by both Gentiles and Jews with their rulers to mistreat them and stone them. So they hatch a plan. This is not working. People are still turning. They are being converted. We must stop them. Let us seek to kill them. So they got a group together, led by the leaders, Jews and Gentiles gathered in order to, with the plan of killing these two, as they were proclaiming, for the sole reason of proclaiming and telling of Jesus. So what do they do? Now, we've heard many times already in Acts, they went and they proclaimed boldly, praise be to the Lord. But there is also a time where there's boldness and to a certain degree, stubbornness, being unwise in all that would happen, take place, and go forward. So what do? They are bold, but there is a time then to say, let's not die. We need to keep proclaiming the word. And that's what happens. They learned of it and fled to Lystra and Derbe, cities of Lycaonia, and to the surrounding country. So they fled. They saw this was happening. They knew it was going to take place. And they said, okay, we have shared the word. There are disciples here. They will proclaim. If we stay any longer, we will basically forfeit our life. Let us go to this place and that place and that place. And then the last word, and there they continued to preach the gospel. They still were bold. They still were proclaiming. They were still not letting anything stop them from telling the word of the Lord. Nevertheless, when it came to the time, they were not seeking martyrdom. They were not seeking, let us be killed. We know what happened. We know that take place for them later on too. However, because Paul was martyred as he went to Rome. However, there's a time I need to go and keep proclaiming the word of the Lord rather than stay and keep fighting and bouncing your head against the wall. That's using the wisdom. But you can still be bold, even though sometimes this is the decision I need to make. May the Lord watch over you and bless you this day and forevermore. In his name.